They weren't the biggest names. They didn't dominate headlines. And yet, these were the players who changed everything. When the stars faltered and the spotlight grew cold, it wasn't the headliners who carried the weight. It was the role players, the bounce-back vets, the last-minute call-ups, names whispered in locker rooms, not screamed across headlines. The 2025 Stanley Cup Playoffs didn't belong to the stars. They belonged to them. Keep watching. Drop a like if these names deserve more respect. Let me know your pick for most underrated, and don't forget to subscribe for more untold playoff stories. Let's start with the ageless wonder, Corey Perry. At 39, many thought Perry's days of being a top-line threat were long gone. But these playoffs, he turned back the clock. Hard. 5 goals in his first 9 games, including a 2-goal night against Vegas, where he looked like he was back in Anaheim. Slotted on a line with McDavid and Draisaitl. Yes, that top line. Perry didn't just keep up. He produced. He even became the oldest player in Oilers history to score multiple goals in a playoff game. Veteran presence? Sure. But Perry has become the team's emotional spark, a guy with a knack for chaos and clutch. As Paul Bissonnette said, the worm Corey Perry is like hockey's Benjamin Button. Sticking with the Oilers, how about Connor Brown? Brown had just 4 goals all season. 4! And then, boom, he becomes a two-way wrecking ball in the playoffs. Big-time goals in the Kings series, penalty kill excellence, and momentum-changing shifts. He's the kind of guy who doesn't need 20 minutes a night to leave a mark. Brown's tenacity and timely offense help turn the tide. And he's a reminder that playoff hockey rewards grit and guts over glitz. Still in Edmonton, because why not, enter Calvin Pickard, a journeyman goalie who's bounced around the league for years and suddenly becomes a playoff savior. When starter Stuart Skinner stumbled, Pickard stepped in and won 4 straight to close out the first round. Calm, cool, unshaken. He wasn't flashy, but he gave Edmonton the one thing every contender needs: stable goaltending at the right time. Down in Florida, it's Jesper Boqvist playing the role of under-the-radar hero. After a career year in the regular season, Boqvist didn't slow down. In fact, he's been one of the most dependable Panthers in the postseason, chipping in with smart plays, two-way responsibility, and sneaky offensive bursts. No one's putting him on a Hart ballot, but his consistent performance has quietly powered Florida's deep playoff push. Want underrated? Meet Eetu Luostarinen. The Finnish forward has been everywhere for the Panthers. Penalty kill? Check. Defensive shutdowns? Check. And he's been scoring more too, bringing a quiet but complete game that coaches love. He doesn't get the attention of a Barkov or Tkachuk, but Luostarinen's impact can't be overstated. Every cup contender needs glue guys, and Eetu might be Florida's best-kept secret. Okay, maybe Sam Bennett isn't exactly a secret, but his level this postseason, next level. He leads the league in playoff goals and continues to be one of the best net front presences in the game. Bennett has that rare combination of skill, physicality, and fearless drive. The kind of guy who scores ugly goals and makes life miserable for opponents. You may not see his highlights on SportsCenter every night, but he's been the Panthers' engine. Mason Appleton was never supposed to be the guy for Winnipeg, but 7 assists in the first round? Yeah, he's forcing everyone to take notice. Known mostly for defense and versatility, Appleton's vision and poise with the puck have shined in crunch time. That 3-assist game? A statement. He's gone from reliable role player to postseason playmaker. and the Jets are reaping the benefits. Yes, Mikko Rantanen is a star, but what he's done this postseason is beyond expectations. Traded to Dallas and facing his former team, the Avalanche, in the first round, Rantanen dropped a hat trick in the third period of Game 7. Yeah, let that sink in. A third-period hat trick to eliminate Colorado. Some say he sent a message to the Avs as he skated past their bench. Now leading the Stars in goals, assists, and game winners, Rantanen has become a playoff wrecking ball. When Vegas let go of Logan Thompson, few predicted he'd become the guy in Washington. But here we are. Thompson has been the Capitals' playoff MVP, full stop. With a .922 save percentage and over 230 shots faced, he's kept Washington in games they had no business winning. Calm, focused, underrated. Thompson might be writing the comeback story of the playoffs and giving the Caps hope they didn't know they had. Finally, let's talk about Max Pacioretty. After back-to-back injuries, most thought he'd never return to form. But now, 7 points in 7 playoff games, including 3 straight multi-point nights. He's added veteran presence, reliable scoring, and a steady hand to Toronto's high-octane offense. Pacioretty showing everyone that there's still gas in the tank, and Leafs fans are loving it. So yeah, Stars get the headlines, but it's guys like Perry, Thompson, and Appleton who win playoff series. These underrated heroes have stepped into the spotlight when their teams needed it most. And in true playoff fashion, they've made believers out of all of us. Who's your pick for the most underrated player of the 2025 playoffs? Drop it in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell if you want more hockey stories just like this one. Until next time, stay clutch.